Look, maybe he shouldn't have said it, but US President Joe Biden went off script and let the truth slip yesterday when he called China's President Xi Jinping a dictator. He said the reason Xi Jinping got very upset when Biden got the Air Force to shoot down a Chinese spy balloon over the US was that Xi didn't know it was there. And Biden said, that's a great embarrassment for dictators when they didn't know what happened. Now, China's foreign ministry was furious.
美方有关言论极其荒谬，极不负责，严重违背基本事实，严重违背外交礼仪，严重侵犯中方政治尊严，是公开的政治挑衅。中方对此强烈不满，坚决反对。
Now, sure, Biden may put his foot in it again, yet again, but we've got much bigger things actually to worry about than China's hurt feelings, because we told the truth. Yes, he is a dictator. Last night, a new book was launched here. The Next Major War, it's called. Can the US and its allies win against China? And this book warns that war with China is a strong possibility over the next decade. Its author is Ross Babbage, who's a former head of strategic analysis in our Office of National Assessments. He's now with the Washington-based Centre for Strategic and Budgetary Assessments. Ross Babbage, thanks for joining us. Why do you say in your book that war is a strong possibility in the next decade?
Well, the Chinese President Xi Jinping has promised his public on numerous occasions and continues to promise his public that he is going to incorporate Taiwan, democratic Taiwan, into China as a province of China. The Taiwanese, of course, don't want anything to do with this. And on the other side of the Pacific, we've had President Biden say 4 times since his election that if China is attacked with military force, the United States will commit military forces also to the defense of Taiwan. So here we have the two sides with diametrically opposed positions. And the other thing is, China, it's maybe, and Xi Jinping probably feels as though he's running out of time, and that in order to incorporate Taiwan, he may have to move in the next few years. He can't wait indefinitely because he has lots of other problems, including domestic problems that are probably going to get worse in the next few years as well. So that's why this is a very serious issue. We could face a major crisis quickly.
Yeah, well, talk is one thing, of course, but you also write that President Xi Jinping seems to have been stepping up preparations for war over the past few months in particular again, and he seems to be preparing a war economy, making China more self-reliant ahead of any conflict. What sort of signs are you looking at there?
Well, I mean, a lot of the investment that's being done in new technologies and in terms of trading relationships too, have been designed to insulate China from international pressures and potential coercion, and to make the Chinese economy much more dependent upon domestic consumption rather than international factors, both investment and in fact trade. And so what we have seen is China stepping away. And in fact, this has had a big impact on Chinese growth, economic growth. Chinese economic growth today is only about a quarter of what it was in 2007. And the impact of this shift, this sort of non-market driver, which is designed to improve, as Xi Jinping sees it, the security of China, is probably costing them between 1% and 2% of GDP in growth. So it's a very expensive program, but they're doing a lot of things and spending a lot of time and resources on building up their security, obviously building up their military, and they're doing a whole raft of other things, which are not really economically rational.